Konami Studios. I can't with this movie, man. It's just so bloody good. Psycho Goreman. Okay, if you haven't heard about this, it is a low-budget horror movie that just released. I think it came out last year, but it just came to like streaming video on demand areas in Canada this month. It came out, I think, the 22nd of January. And basically, I knew nothing about this. I saw some people talking about it online, and I'm like, that's kind of fun. I like that kind of stuff. I'll give it a watch. So I watched it, and I can say wholeheartedly, it is a fantastic piece of cinema. It is a masterpiece. Now, right away, I can tell you right away, not every single person watching this video is going to understand the subtle brilliance of Psycho Goreman. And now, I'm not saying it's this thought-provoking, mind-bending piece of cinema. It's just so dead set on being what it is. It is something you should applaud. Not every movie that's made gets to be exactly what it sets out to be. But Psycho Goreman is. It is exactly what this movie wanted to be. It knew from the get-go, this is what we're doing, this is what we're setting out to do, and they accomplished that perfectly. It's a science fiction piece, it's a horror piece, it's a comedy, it's perfect. It's actually perfect. It's absolutely perfection personified. I cannot believe this movie exists and that I got to watch it. It's just gorgeous in everything it does. So I'll give you a little bit of the plot. I'm not going to tell you everything because it's worth your time. It's not that long, guys. It's like an hour and a half. Watch it. It's worth it. So this idea is that these two kids, Mimi and Lucas, I think is the other guy's name, they are just playing outside in the one yard. They dig a hole because they're going to bury the boy in it for some reason. And they come across like this like little weird gem thing, and the gem can control this creature who doesn't have a name, but he's like the ultimate evil throughout the universe and the galaxy. This being is a monster, a destroyer of worlds, a killer of societies, and the little girl's able to control the beast with her little amulet that she found that he was buried with. And now this thing is called Psycho Goreman because that's what she names it. Now this is so good. First off, the comedy is on point. Every joke lands the way it's trying to. Every character who tries to go for the joke, you know it's coming, but it works perfectly and it's very well done. There is a lot of blood, guts, and horror in this. It is intensely dark and frightening, very graphic, very disturbing in a lot of areas, and I think in a lot of ways that you wouldn't be expecting if you didn't know the genre this is trying to be. It is your schlucky B-list great grandeur video. Like, it is just so well made, man. I'm just so impressed by it. And sure, there are some people, like I said, that aren't going to understand why people would like this. And to them I say, you don't understand like the way that these practical effects are being used, the way that these costumes are built. We'll get to the costumes in a bit here, but the way that everything around this world is built, like the sets, the costuming, the design, the blood, the horror, the gore, everything about that is so visually satisfying in a way that is so rare to see in film sometimes. And I really like that aspect of it. It is literally gorgeous. And every frame that you see something that's kind of like twisted or gothic, you're like, this is awesome. I want more of this every day of my life. I want another film like this. If we ever get one, I'll be very disappointed. But the fact that we got it here is just so nice. I absolutely adore it and love it. And those costumes, man, oh my goodness, those costumes. They are absolutely perfection, personified, just gorgeous. They look great. They look exactly like they need to, you know? There's some real, like, distinctive looks between them. They got a certain edge to it, but they are very of that B-list science fiction movie, which is a genre I love. So I like seeing this. But you can tell they are made in a 2020 time period. They got those effects and those styles to them, and it looks great. But there's just some great, like, schlucky, old school feeling characters in this that are just so unique to see. There's some just like random monsters and alien creatures that just strike so much joy into my heart when they appear on screen. And the suit for Psycho Goreman himself for PG, man, it looked good. It looked great. I think it came together really well. It got a very distinctive, unique look to it. I absolutely am impressed with that. Everything about this was so great. I gotta talk about the actress that plays Mimi, because that character who easily could have become this very annoying little girl, was actually very likable and had a compelling arc throughout the movie. She's kind of an asshole. And I'm like, okay. She's very in your face about everything. She's very anti-police, anti-government. Just like, I could kill you all right now if I wanted to, but I choose not to. And I think that is very funny. I think she did a great job. Same with the actor that played the father. Just perfectly summed up what that movie was about and what that character needed to be. Just amazing that we actually got it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe this movie came out in 2020, that this type of cinema still exists. It's a really nice feeling to have. I hope this leads to more stuff like it. It's kind of got a Power Rangers feel, which is so weird to say, but you watch, you'll be like, oh yeah, I get that. It might be the weird monsters, it might be the jewel and all that stuff, but it worked really well, and it's worth your time. I like it a lot. Everything lands if you are willing to accept what this piece is. There are some people who won't. I know I keep saying that, but I have to reiterate that. If you do not understand what this movie is trying to set up, it's not breaking new ground. It's not trying to be anything more than a schlucky B-list action comedy set in space, and it's dark and gothic. That's what it is, and it looks great. I can't get over the effects for some of those costumes, man. When we get a lot of like the flashbacks to PG's past and how he got to where he is today, it looks so good, like to the point where I'm like, this is hardcore metal. I am obsessed with the way this is presenting itself, the way this is feeling. I want more of this. I deserve more of this. It is so good. I love every second of this movie. There wasn't a frame that felt wasted. There wasn't a frame that just made me upset. Everything you see, you are going to be impressed with. It might not be the best acted, but what is acting if not just a craft that you can hone later? And when it's something like this that is so clearly nostalgic for an era of filmmaking that hasn't really been around in a while, what better way to celebrate it than with this cast and this crew? I think it's great. I'm looking forward to see what comes next from this team, because there's got to be more. You can't leave it here. Where is PG going next? You got to tell me. I need to know these answers. I've never been this happy in a film in a long time. Just where it's such a visceral experience of just like laughing and enjoying and pumping my fist. Just like, yep, you nailed it. You seriously got this right. And I applaud every single person who worked on this. You clearly knew what you were doing. And it made me so happy. It was such a brilliant piece, man. Absolutely stunning and vibrant. And everyone should check this out. It's so cool. It's so fun. It's so unique and just the best, man. I want to make a film like this. It's weird because I'm trying to be like, could I make this? I don't know if I could make anything like this. I have that nostalgic feel for this, the style it's going for and everything it's trying to be. But I don't know if I could ever make anything this cool. You know, it's weird. It's like, this is just so fun for what it's doing. It gives me, and this is not a criticism of the film at all, it reminds me of why I love Sharknado. I'm a huge supporter of the Sharknado franchise. If Psycho Goreman could become the new Sharknado for me, we're singing to the birds. I love it. This was really good. Watch it, please. Please get this to be something successful, more so than it already has been. It is damn well worth it. It is so good. And that is why Psycho Goreman, the first film of 2021, I am going to give a 10 out of 10. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.